these are my top 5 favorite accessories that I feel like are necessities if you're shooting on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and can certainly enhance not only the image, but the overall quality of the finished product and the experience of shooting with this thing. So let's get into the top 5. Number 1 is going to be my most favorite and most used, and if there's any accessory that you're going to buy, this would be it. I'm talking about ND filters. If this is new to you, ND stands for neutral density. It reduces the amount of light coming into the camera. Why is this important? There are 3 ways to control your light. Your f-stop. This camera has a fixed f-stop, so you can't change that. Your ISO. Your ISO will only go so low. In this case, it's 50. The third factor in adjusting the light is going to be the shutter speed. In order to cut back on the amount of light on a bright day, the shutter speed is going to be really high. And that's going to look something like this. It's going to give you choppy movement. It's not going to look natural. This may be something that you're seeking if you're doing sports or action. You want that fine detail. You don't want the motion blur. Now I'm shooting at 24 frames per second, so I want to be at 1/50th. This is what the image looks like. It's unusable. It's completely blown out. Here's what happens when I slap an ND filter on there and cuts back on the amount of light coming in. Now I'm getting a good image. ND is a great way to also do something, let's say cinematic, where if you're shooting inside and you want to show outside in the window and make the inside look darker. Number 2 is going to be the DJI Mic 2. It's this Bluetooth lavalier microphone that can clip onto your collar, or you can use the magnet to attach it to your shirt or jacket. The magnet's very strong. It also comes with this windscreen, or if you're old school like me, we used to call these dead cats. On a very windy day, it certainly cuts back on the wind. Put your thumb in the direction of the sun. We've seen examples of how this works with reflections in the water and in the sky. Another great thing about this microphone is you can plug in an existing lavalier mic. So right now I'm wearing the Sennheiser microphone. It's a bit better quality mic. If you want to know what it sounds like without it, we'll take a listen. So this is the sound of just the DJI Mic 2 on its own. I often will wear this when I'm doing my Talking Head YouTube channel. It suffices. I think the quality is great with it. The Sennheiser is a step up in quality, but it's good to have that option. Just a little bit of advice if this is new to you. You'll see a lot of content creators hold the mic like this and talk into it. Don't do that. You can. I know people prefer to do it. I'm not judging. Maybe I am, but it's not so much that you don't want people to make fun of you. Who cares, right? But it's more or less the way the microphone is designed to work. So it's designed to sit here or here, and the way the pickup pattern is, that's how you get the best sound from that microphone. Keep that in mind. It's not made as a directional mic to speak into. It's number 3 is going to be the DJI Mimo app. This is free. So this is an accessory that you should be using when you're filming with this. And what it's going to do is allow you to monitor. Sometimes it's hard to see what's in the background. Did you leave, your laundry back there, or an empty coffee cup? Just to see your frame. But more importantly, it's a remote control for the device. Any of the settings on the device you can use on the Mimo app. You also have a histogram that you can pull up and move to different sides of the frame. The histogram is very important for your exposure if you're not familiar with that. But more importantly, remote control to start and stop your recording. So if you're standing far away from the device, it's just easier to use the remote to start and stop the device. Speaking of tripod, that's number 4 on the list. Now you may not need this. If you get the creator combo, it comes with a mini tripod. Carrying a big, heavy tripod that you would use for a mirrorless camera or cinema camera is probably going to be overkill, but it's worthwhile to invest in an inexpensive tripod that this can attach to. Where it's also handy is if you want to walk further away from the device and record yourself. It's also very handy to use if you're going to be doing time lapse or motion lapse to get that smooth footage. And last but not least, this is going to sound kind of silly or catchy, but a lens cloth. You should have one with you anyway, especially if you're using your phone to take pictures. It's just, especially with your phone. Your phone's in your pocket. You put it down in the kitchen, or I don't know where you take that thing. You just, you clean the lens. It's good to, just wipe it off. And especially if you are using any type of filter like the ND, they're so small, you're gonna end up getting your fingerprints on it. To take it on and off, go in there and clean it up a little bit. If there was a bonus one, I would say a CPL filter. I don't feel like I always need the CPL filter. It's a stylistic choice. If I want to bring out detail in the sky, a CPL is going to get rid of reflections in the water. There's all different types of accessories that you can buy for this, but those 5 in particular are the ones that I use daily, anytime I shoot with this. Are there any accessories that you use on a daily basis with this camera that I didn't discuss? Are there any of these that you are using? I'll leave a link in the description for these accessories. Obviously, the Mimo app is free. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace.